can't believe I got in this place. Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and I'm in my hometown of Clementon, New Jersey. And if this looks a little different to you, it's because it is. The day after Christmas, I did a bunch of filming content. I drove up to North Jersey, and my Nissan Sentra that I had for most of the time I've been doing this channel. Well, the transmission was kind of acting a little wonky, but it was running. Everything was, seemed okay-ish. But it was on the way home that it really started having issues. And then when I got off the freeway and was just, a handful of miles away from home, it just really was not doing good. I get it home, I shut it down, but I still got to use it because I got to get to the bank, gotta, go to my church, for things. And so I get back out, start it up, and it's running okay. Transmission's, okay-ish again. But I know that, this is the beginning of the end. And so I start shopping. I use the Auto Tempest app. That's a great app, by the way, if you're shopping for a new or used car. And eventually I found a car at a dealership in Egg Harbor Township that was in my price range and was payments I could afford. And so New Year's Eve, I got to work 30 minutes early, run down to the credit union, cash my check, get my cash for the deposit on the car. I call up the dealership, and they get everything set in motion so that as soon as I get to the dealership, all I gotta do is sign my John Hancock and drive off the lot. And so now I gotta go there in my Nissan. Well, the transmission decided to commit Harry-Kiri Banzai on the Black Horse Pike in Turnersville, and I literally had to limp that car all the way to Egg Harbor Township. That was about, roughly 30 miles. I'm praying the whole way there, as that thing was just like, it was not complying. I mean, I'm flooring it, and the car is doing like 5, 10, 15. Finally gets up to speed. I had just enough transmission to limp the car into the dealership lot and park it. 30 minutes later, I drove off the lot with a 2016 Ford Focus with 67,000 miles on it. And my 2017 Nissan Sentra with 120,000 miles on it is someone else's problem, not mine. So I still have some old videos that I filmed when I had the Sentra that, I'm still putting up, so you'll probably see that. But this will be what's going on now. But that's not the reason why I'm here. I'm actually here because a local business has recently closed down unexpectedly. Had a lot of 5-star reviews. I tried their stuff. Actually, it was a fried chicken place, but not your normal fried chicken place. And it was pretty good stuff, I have to admit. But unfortunately, they've closed. And this is kind of interesting because the building that houses this has been here probably since the early days of the borough of Clementon. And we're a 101-year-old town. Okay, we were incorporated in 1925. So, I mean, people have told stories about this place. What was here before it became what it was recently. And I'll get into that as we take a look at the place, get a closer look. So let's do that. Now open? I don't think so. This, you see all the fried chicken here. This was a place called 92 Chicken. And as you can see here, that lock on the door tells you that this place is cerrado. Yeah. You still smell the food around here. Yeah. And yep, cameras, so don't do anything stupid. A little bit about this place. If it looks a little old, it's because it is. You see the brickwork there. This used to be, when I was a little kid and long before that, this used to be Pete's Cigar Shop. In fact, that middle window was actually a doorway. And I got some pictures off of Facebook that show what this place used to look like. Okay, I'm gonna be a little louder because it's we're right near a major intersection here. But now these are the steps for Gruber's. Gruber's Clementon Inn. This building here was built to replace the original Clementon Inn that burned in 1912. This place has power, so don't do anything stupid. They even have advertisements on the vents there, but this right here, now where this seam is, or maybe it was a little bit further down, was added on in the 1980s. Now, we're not going to see much here because that's someone's yard there, but a little bit about this location. So this was Pete's for a very long time, like before I was born. And gotta be careful here. Yeah, I gotta be careful here, or else I'll take a nice fall and end up a speed bump. But when I read stories on Facebook when this was Pete's, people in my parents' generation that was born in the 1950s, they used to come here with cigar boxes they use for pencil cases, or they buy penny candy, or they go to the soda fountain. I've also read stories where people said that their dad would hand them the keys to the Cadillac when they were 10, 11 years old and tell them to go drive down to the store to buy some smokes for Pop. You couldn't do that today, obviously. But sometime in the early 1980s, I'm guessing maybe 85, 86 maybe, Pete's went out of business. And that's when everything you see here, well, the outside of the building changed. They put this roof on, added on to the back of the building, made it longer. Covered the brickwork up with this, I guess stucco, I guess it is. Turn the middle, turn the door into the middle window. And the Hellenic Cleaners, which used to be located in that shopping center where Domino's is, well, actually a little further down. Well, they moved across the street here. I believe they actually bought the adjacent house. I'm not going to focus much on the house for obvious reasons. But this was the Hellenic Cleaners, dry cleaners for a number of years. Then they went out of business and a seafood restaurant opened up here. And that was probably maybe in the 2000s, 2010s. I'm jogging my memory here. And then that went out of business, and a few years ago it became this Korean fried chicken joint. And honestly, I mean, this place had mostly 5-star reviews. I've actually tried the chicken here. It's really good. People liked it, but apparently that wasn't enough to keep this business going. So recently, suddenly, probably within the last month or two, it closed down. By the way, this pole here, this was where the sign for Pete's Cigar Shop was, and then of course there was the neon sign on the front. I'll show you in the pictures that I managed to find. But yep, this right now it's closed down, and what's going to go in here? I hope something does move in here. It'd be a shame. This has been a part of Clementon history, and which you can't say for most things here in Clementon. In the 1960s and early 70s, all that you see here is recent, really, because in the 60s and 70s, everything that used to be here was torn down for urban renewal. We lost the quaint downtown we once had. But and we're a town that likes to tear down our history for some odd reason. I'm going to go across the street, and I'm going to get a better picture here for the thumbnail, okay? And here we have a better view. Of course, we have to wait till traffic clears up a bit to get a nice picture here. And this Gruber's. Well, it's now, when I was a little kid, it was the Grist Mill Inn, then it became Harper's Tavern. Now it's Harper's Liquor Store, which it doesn't make sense to me. But I don't really get into that stuff anyway. But that, you see how small the building is in relation to Gruber's. And now that wall there by the end of the parking lot, which, you know, part of the yard neighboring house, that was put in, I believe, when the rest of the stucco and whatnot was put up. And it was, most of it was that, actually, yeah, it was that beigeish color. But I guess when 92 Chicken moved in, they painted the walls outside gray. That's new to them. I'm going to wait till the cars kind of move out of the way, which is going to be a while. And I'll get a good picture for the thumbnail, okay? And that's going to do it for us here at the abandoned 92 Chicken, the former Pete's Cigar Store, Hellenic Cleaners, and seafood restaurant whose name escapes me right now. But if any of you who are local to this area remember, you can comment below and let me know. I'm always appreciative of all the information you guys managed to give me over the years I've been doing this. Looking forward to a great 2026 with new wheels to, you know, get me to more awesome places to share with you. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend, check out my merch. Hype! I love the hype points thing. You guys have been really showing me love with that. Keep it up. I love you guys. Check out the recently closed and abandoned places in your neck of the woods, especially the ones that hold history in your town. You never know what you might find. Have a great day out there, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.
BBQ, 먹이 원하는 맛 올리브 치킨